What are you doing?
One football. shows all the stats and all the squad that played and everything like that.
Fuck me, he's awful at promo.
Well,
right, carry. Right, yeah. So he was meant to say that the one football app was a great app, isn't it?
You take it. You take it away.
I'll promote it.
You're the one with the soft-centered voice.
Aye, right. So he was looking at the one football app. It is free. It gets you all the stats, transfers, new. Well, I would say transfers. There is not into this club. But
no. It says there was a transfer room, Andy Carroll to Newcastle, like there is every transfer window.
Download it. It's free. It helps us grow and helps get everybody on away days. Now I'm joined by Kyle. We could talk about Rio Ferdinand in a second. Obviously we wanted everyone's opinions, but I've said one of these already, that was the emotions on that game was up and down.
We're coasting, mate. We're 2-0 up.
Like the coast road.
And what happened? we blew it away, and I was thinking, typical Newcastle, typical. I had like flashbacks of Man U away, thinking, oh, we've took the lead, and now we'll throw it away, and it's just a roller coaster, mate. And I think, as I predicted in my preview, Perez made the difference.
He did. Well done.
He came on, and I think he was too much for Blackburn. I never thought I'd say that this season, saying Perez is too much for a team, because he's never been too much for a team, but he has been the day, so I'll give him all the credit he deserves.
Perez, because it's the first time I've touched upon him, and he's 3 substitute appearances or 4, well there's 3 of them he's done really well coming off the bench. Is that something that Rafa could look at in the future? Game changer, he does something.
Maybe, but who do you put in his place to start him? Like, do you put Richie at number 10 and then play Murphy out wide, or Atsu out wide, or Kennedy? Like,
there's a lad who scored there the night.
The lack of depth in the squad is like frightening. So I don't think it's something we can afford to do, to be honest. I think he has to start games.
Would you? Because obviously we're seeing the under-23s play the night. Is there only Longstaff? I know Robert scored going into Saturday. Is there only really Longstaff who's nailed on to have some part on Saturday?
Yeah, I'd say, well, you can tell Longstaff's had a run of games because he looks comfortable on the ball, making shot, just controlling the midfield, and again very comfortable, mate. Just looks so composed, and I think he's learnt a lot from Key, like, because Key controls the game. He's very calm. He doesn't lose the ball very much. Longstaff's very similar, and it's good to have that calmness, because like in the midfield when Key was missing, we didn't really have like that calmness in the midfield, and thankfully Longstaff's there, and he's earned his place in the team, and he deserves to start again on Saturday. I mean, he's just ran 120 minutes there, so he might be a bit knackered after half time, but yeah, I'd play him as much as possible until Key and Shelby gets back from injury. Nice to see him score, and hopefully that goal's not taken away from him. It was really nice to see him score. Callum Roberts as well.
Yeah, what do you make of that? Because he's just come out cold from nowhere. He's out of contract in the summer. His girlfriend Ray was obviously watching, cheering on. She was telling us to say nice, polite things about him, but scored a goal.
Oh well, I mean, going into this game, you probably think you know it's like sink or swim for him, because like if he didn't impress, it's probably the writing's on the wall for him. But you know what, he did really well. He wanted the ball. He scored. He got his goal for Newcastle.
He was playing in his actual position.
And he played in his actual position, not left back like he did at Hull. But yeah, he did really well tonight, and I think if he played, I think he deserves to have some part in the next round against Watford. I don't think he should start because of obviously being the Premier League team, but he deserves to at least come off the bench. You're
like me, you want an FA Cup run. You know, we've got Watford at home, and thankfully we've got through this, and you've already said that it shouldn't take, what was it, 120, add another 90 on top of that, 310 minutes to get through in Blackburn, should it?
It took extra time of this game to take them seriously. Like, we were pissed around for far too long with them, sitting back and being cautious and things like that, but honestly, mate, we should have blew them away, because I'm like, no disrespect to Blackburn, I've always wanted to come to this ground because of the Shearer connection and things like that.
Premier League winners.
Have a lot of respect for the Blackburn fans that show, because they think he's a bunch of flipping arseholes, just like Mike Ashley is, but we should have blew them away. Lee, at the end of the day, as bad as we are, they're bad as well, and no disrespect for them, but we should be blowing them away. The defence is piss slow. A team that has no pace, and we ran circles around the defence at times tonight. It took far too long to take it seriously.
That just goes to show you that we've got bigger, because if you take out our first 11, our reserves, if you want to call it that, yeah, a couple of first teamers are in there.
But I told you this at Hull. The depth is shocking. It's just a club two clubs tonight crying for investment, crying for like hope and ambition, and neither of them have it.
Be happy that they're in the next row though. Watford, looks at home, we've took 4 points off them.
Aye, but Watford's one of them strange ones. Like before this season, where we've picked 4 points, Watford have like the hoodoo on, don't they? Like they beat us a couple of times up here, and they've beat us down there last season. So they're one of them teams. If they turn up, they can cause problems. Like how many chances did Delafeu have in those games?
In that first half.
If he had end product, they would have blew away in both games. So it's like ifs, buts, and maybes, mate. Like Watford are a good side, and they're going to be a true test for. Like if we piss around like we did against Blackburn over 2 games, they'll blow out the water, mate. We'll be out of the competition again. Yeah.
I actually think it's positive that we've got an FA Cup game where they've got no midweek games. I think Rafael go with his strongest. Speaking of games, we've got Cardiff this weekend. Now that's massive. Yeah. We cannot lose that. Is it must win?
Of course it's must win.
The draw's no good.
We're in the bottom 3, mate. Like that's the reality. We're not going to buy anyone. We need a boost. I think a boost helped tonight with a win. But at the end of the day, mate, we need to win on Saturday. Have to. Like a lot of people are saying, if we don't win at Cardiff, the writing's on the wall for relegation, a 3rd relegation in the Ashley regime. But we need to get behind the team and just make sure we don't lose that game. Because I've known it to happen. I think when we got relegated under McLaren, we played Bournemouth, and people were saying,
who?
Well, Bournemouth.
You hate it when we correct them.
When we played Bournemouth in the league, and we were hammered 3-1, and the writing was on the wall for Steve McLaren. That lost him his job. I'm not saying that should be Rafa by any means, but like, yeah, it's one of them big games, like, and we need to win it. We need to deliver.
Finally, before we wrap up, is Rio Ferdinand. We've asked everybody this tonight on his comments on BT Sport. Obviously, cheeky tweet the day trying to wind us up as well. Yeah. Claims that we've got him hooked. He's fishing. Obviously, another tweet before that came on BT. We've seen it already. There's a documentary on the channel about it. Just lays into Newcastle, and Mike Ashley, he can do whatever he wants at the club, which he can, but that's not the factual information that he's sprouted out is untrue.
It's lazy punditry, mate. Half the things he came out with saying, oh, he spent 50 million in the Championship. Well, if you check your facts, you dick.
We made over 80 million in selling.
We sold Wijnaldum, and we sold Moussa Sissoko as well, and Janmaat and players like that. So the money he invested, the so-called investment that we so gracefully should have from Mike Ashley, and be grateful for the fat prick. At the end of the day, he sold that money. He sold those players, got that money, and then reinvested it back in the club because he knew we needed to get in the Premier League. And he can mention Sunderland all he wants. At the end of the day, that's a different story. Like they didn't invest any money at all, and that's why they got relegated. With no disrespect to them, but like that's why. But
no, just a little dig at Sunderland as well. Let us know what you think as well. Other fan cams, player ratings review.
One thing as well. Tonight, this ground 4-2 win, we made history. It was the first away win in the FA Cup under the Mike Ashley regime. It just shows how far we've fallen under that prick. Ashley out.
For the first time I've ever used 4 subs as well. Let us know what you think of that. Oh, Kyle thinks. Ta-da, bye.